7 real-world ninja and samurai facts that Naruto somehow destroyed. Insane jumping skills, highly dexterous body movement, wicked ninjutsu and taijutsu techniques. These are some of the things that Naruto has taught us since the past decade, and even after the original flagship show ended, those iconic ninja trademarks are still stuck in our heads. But don't you know that there are still some other things that Naruto has not divulged to you when it comes to the world of shinobis and samurais? Curious? Then you should check out this video. But before that, I encourage you to hit the like button and subscribe for more anime updates. So, let's get started. Number 7. Outfits. The entire Naruto universe is centered on shinobis and villages that have their respective uniforms. We can easily identify if a particular ninja is from Konoha or Suna by just looking at their badges and clothing style. They also have those bands that further establishes their affiliations. Even the notorious Akatsuki has their unique identification too. But don't you know that in the real ninja and samurai world, none of these uniforms actually exist? In medieval Japan, most ninjas and samurais don't wear these sophisticated clothing styles. Instead, they conceal themselves in the guise of ordinary tradesmen, fisherfolks, and farmers. This is a logical move to ensure that they won't be spotted by their targets and enemies even in broad daylight. Number 6. The Golden Age. The timeline of Naruto is not so anchored to the modern historical timeline that we have. That's why it's pretty difficult to establish the exact century in where the anime took place. It's an important matter to consider because a few years after the Fourth Shinobi World War, the supposed ancient setting of the anime were overturned by high-rise modern buildings and technology. Ninjas were still able to exist at that time, where new inventions could replace some of their important duties, such as guarding their villages. You don't have to stay up all night if you have a shinobi tech-powered CCTV, right? In the real world, most ninjas and samurais were on the pedestal during the 15th and 16th centuries. During this era, Japan was still wrecked by wars and insurgencies. Samurais and ninjas usually intervened as paid mercenaries. After the 1600s, peace soon thrived in Japan. These warriors gradually declined by then. Number 5. Ninjas and samurais are not enemies. The Naruto universe portrayed that samurais and ninjas are sworn enemies, or rivals, to be on the safe side. We have seen them clashing with one another to keep each other in check. In fact, this portrayal is not only seen in Naruto. Many films, shows, and works of literature have depicted that ninjas and samurais are not always on good terms. But in reality, this is actually not the case. Specifically, the term ninja refers to any individuals that belong to a samurai army that have special or notable skills. You can always call them as special forces of the army if they are set on the modern setting. If a samurai wants to become a ninja, he or she should train in the art of ninjutsu. No, this one doesn't involve chakras or hand seals. Instead, it is like a specialization course to ensure that the ninja is better than the rest. Of course, this includes spying and blending into the enemies. That's why ninjas are not those guys that are clad in black suits. They could be just the farmers you pass by, ready to strike you at any moment. Number 4. Hand seals and formation. Most of us have grown watching Naruto. We try to imitate the speedy switching of hand formations of Kakashi or Itachi when they're casting complex ninjutsus. Well, the show didn't really tell us what the exact name of such gesture was. As long as we can see those flashy hand movements, we were all compelled already. Specifically, these sophisticated hand gestures are known as kuji. However, the most interesting thing about here is that it has no connections whatsoever with real-life shinobis at all. The kuji are hand gestures that are introduced by the country India before it was passed through Japan and China. Despite this, kuji is actually used to cast a spell to drive away evil spirits in various situations. It's pretty similar to the Catholic sign of the cross. Sadly, kuji is not meant to cast ninjutsu. Number 3. Smoke bombs are not used by ninjas. We've seen multiple episodes of Naruto where shinobis use smoke bombs as means of diversion or escape. In the anime universe, that technique is quite basic, which somehow degrades its importance to skirmishes and clashes. However, you should know that real-life ninjas or samurais do not use smoke bombs at all. We just have this universal misconception that ninjas are heavily reliant on them. But honestly, they're not. The typical ninja manual doesn't contain smoke bombs. Instead, they include a myriad of recipes for combat and survival, such as improvised hand grenades and landmines. There are even records that suggest that ancient ninjas could create waterproof torches and poison gas, but none of them are smoke bombs. Sorry if you got disappointed with this one. Number 2. Most real-life ninjas are like the ANBU. Aside from concealing themselves from the crowd, it is notable that most real-life ninjas have undisclosed identities. In the height of the warring eras in Japan, ninjas have divided into two: those yang ninjas whose faces were shown to the public, and the yin ninjas who were always hiding in the shadows. The reason for this is simple and can be related to the ANBU squad of Konoha. They are there to carry out highly sensitive missions without other people knowing their true identity. Pretty cool stuff, right? Meanwhile, there are ninjas that are hired publicly or in the open, just like the Team 7 of Naruto. These guys move together with the samurai army along with their assigned lords. They also have their designated barracks and camps, too. They're tolerated to talk with and other people openly. Number 1. Ninjas don't have superpowers. The world building of Naruto was centered on top-tier individuals who can control the elements out of a whim. Some could even utilize the power that exists in this world to create havoc, just like the infinite Tsukuyomi of Madara. We view ninjas as mythical creatures that transcend the limits of the human body.
Fire style, searing my brain!
Wind style, break free! For that, I'll do anything. Good. What is that?
Captain, do it!
What?
But in the recorded history of ninjas, none of these powers are to be seen. We can safely say that the physical capabilities of ninjas are higher than ordinary folks just because they were trained. Aside from that, you can assume that ninjas are just normal people like us. If you want to become a real-life ninja, you should be intelligent, have a high resilience towards illnesses, and be a comprehensive speaker. Interestingly, one of the qualifications of being a ninja in the past is a stupid look. After all, nobody would pay attention to individuals who look dumb and naive. Thanks for viewing this video. If you want to know more interesting trivia and facts about the Naruto universe, just freely subscribe to this channel of mine. Also, you can hit up the comment section to share your thoughts and ideas. I will see you soon.